Ever tried fixing a cracked phone screen at home and realized that getting the adhesive to actually set right is the biggest headache of the whole process? That is exactly where this little device comes in. It is a compact UV curing and vacuum laminating unit that honestly feels like it was designed for someone who is tired of messy, uneven screen repairs. When you first pull it out of the box, you notice how slim it is. At just over 40 millimeters thick, it is not going to hog your entire workbench, which is a huge plus if you are working in a small home setup. It is surprisingly lightweight, yet it feels sturdy enough to handle the daily grind of a hobbyist repair station. The setup is straightforward, running on a standard 24-volt power supply, so you are not dealing with any bulky, complicated transformers. What really makes this thing tick is the array of 30 individual UV lights packed inside. They provide a surprisingly even spread of light, which is crucial when you are dealing with green oil or ochre film. You know how frustrating it is when one corner of a screen stays tacky because the light didn't reach it. This unit seems to solve that by keeping the coverage consistent across the entire surface area. The vacuum function is the real secret sauce here, though. It pulls the air out effectively, ensuring that your screen protector or glass sits perfectly flush against the display without those annoying little bubbles that ruin a repair. Now, it is not a professional-grade industrial machine that costs a month's rent, so don't expect it to handle high-volume commercial repairs in seconds. It is definitely geared toward the DIY crowd or someone just starting out in the repair game. One thing to keep in mind is that the workspace is somewhat limited by the physical dimensions of the unit, so if you are working on a massive tablet, you might find yourself having to shift things around. It would have been nice to see a slightly larger footprint for those bigger devices, but for standard smartphones, it is pretty much spot on. The build quality is decent, though the plastic casing does feel a bit utilitarian. It is not going to win any design awards, but it gets the job done without any fuss. If you are tired of using handheld UV torches or leaving your phone out in the sun hoping for the best, this is a massive step up. It turns a messy, hit-or-miss task into something that feels a lot more controlled and professional. For the price, it is a solid little workhorse that takes the guesswork out of screen lamination. If you are serious about getting those repairs to look factory fresh, this is probably the most sensible addition to your toolkit.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.